This video shows us how to create tints for our autumn landscape. First, start by writing your name and teacher code on the back. Flip it over and you're ready to begin. We're going to start by creating a circle, probably a little bigger than a golf ball, not quite the size of a softball. So pretty good size because it might end up shrinking a little bit when we add paint. It can be anywhere, kind of near the top, can be off to a side, or if you choose, it could even be in the middle. So this is how big my circle is compared to my hand. You will have a little cup of white paint for yourself and then a large container of orange paint for your table to share. Make sure your brush is nice and clean and dry, and the first thing you're going to do is get the tiniest bit of orange paint on your brush, and you're going to stir that into your white. You're only going to see a very slight change. If it doesn't look like it changed enough, you can always add a little bit more, but less is always better. Scrape it off on the edge. If you need to get a little tiny bit more, a little at a time, because we can't take it out after it's in there. Okay, that looks good. It should only be just a slightly bit different color than our white background. After you have your circle painted in, you're just going to continue to add a little bit more orange and slightly change that color. As I said, less is always better, because if you put too much in there, you can't take it out. So really take your time mixing your orange paint. Very carefully paint around your circle. So I'm using just kind of the top of my brush, and I'm not pushing down very hard. If you squash your brush down, you're going to get a much wider line. Okay, and we keep going. And if you ever start painting and you notice that it's not enough of a change, you can always add a little more. So this is just a slight bit different. That's what you want. Try not to paint over your previous lines too much. And I would say do the mixing until you have at least 3 or 4 rings, depending on how much time you have. So I'm going to test it to see if it's dark enough. I think I want to go a little darker. And if you get to a spot where you're going off the edge, that's okay. Paint your ring off the edge. Okay, and now I'm ready to just use my plain orange. So this I can set aside, and don't worry about rinsing your brush, just don't stir the paint. You're gonna get a little orange on there, and you're just gonna paint the rest of your background using the same motion. So we're gonna go around or back and forth kind of like this, all the way. So you can see my circle shape is still there. You're just going to continue going around and around and around, all the way off the edge of your paper. Nice big brush strokes, smooth lines. And be sure to grab some cardboard and carefully place it on the drying rack.